Oh, didn't see you there. You caught me writing my script for my next tech query video. Welcome, come in. What's that? You're interested in the keyboard I'm using? Well, I guess I could do a review on it. I definitely have opinions about it. What I have here is the VELOCIFIRE TKL02WS 87 key 10 keyless keyboard. Full disclosure, this review is being conducted by someone who's never owned a mechanical keyboard before. All the opinions stated here are my own and may not reflect your experience if you buy the same keyboard. For years, I'd heard the buzz about mechanical keyboards, but never had any interest in buying one. However, that's changed recently as I've spent more and more time spending all day typing on a computer and would like to find ways of improving my experience. Being an avid watcher of YouTube myself, channels such as Linus Tech Tips and TaeKeyboards really sold me on the idea that a mechanical keyboard would provide a better typing experience with using mechanical switches and provide a nice audio feedback. TaeKeyboards actually already did a review on the VELOCIFIRE and partially influenced my decision to buy this board. I also did extensive research on Amazon on which one would best fit my needs. The first thing I noticed when I opened up this keyboard was how heavy it was. This is great for preventing deck flex and making it feel like a high quality item, but I will say if you plan on moving this keyboard around a lot, you should keep this in mind. The actual mechanical switches for this keyboard are cherry brown clones. And from someone who's never owned a mechanical keyboard before, I would describe it as a medium amount of force required to get each keystroke to register, as opposed to the membrane keyboards I'm used to using. It is also worth noting that the board includes a keycap remover. This is appreciated in case I ever want to change the keycaps or clean my mechanical board. The keycaps themselves feel a little taller than at least my membrane keyboard, which for me works out. The actual tops of the keycaps feel a little narrower as well, but they still fit my finger size quite well, and I would say I have about average size human hands. However, if you feel like you have larger hands, this may be an issue. The backlight on this board works well enough. It's visible in the dark. The key symbols are also visible on the keycaps, but it only has an on and off switch using the function key and the up and down arrow keys. It's a little disappointing that there aren't more light options such as different brightness levels or even RGB. However, this is advertised as a professional keyboard with no thrills, which for me works for my purposes. Probably the most important feature about this keyboard to most people watching will be its wireless and wired options. The battery pack used to provide wireless typing, I would say needs to be recharged about once a week for my purposes. Your mileage may vary based upon how often you use the backlight and whether you leave the battery turned on. There's a switch at the back of the keyboard to turn on and off the battery. To recharge the keyboard's battery, simply use a Type-C charging cable and plug it into your PC. This will both charge the keyboard and allow it to act as a wired keyboard, giving it dual functionality. The keyboard offers two different angles of typing. You can leave the keyboard flat on the desk, or you can raise the small stands in the back of the board. For me, it is more comfortable to use the stands. Overall, I have to say, this keyboard has been marketed correctly as a professional's keyboard. This is one I'd be comfortable taking to the office and not expecting to get any strange looks, while still being a better typing experience than most membrane keyboards. So, would I recommend buying this keyboard? You would think after everything positive I've said so far, it would be a definite yes. However, those who are keyboard enthusiasts may notice I've neglected to mention one thing. How does this keyboard sound? Let me talk about the first time I used this keyboard. I had just opened the box and was really excited to see how it would sound. However, as soon as I started typing, I was disappointed. I don't actually have a problem with how the mechanical switches sound. What I do take issue with is with each keystroke, when I do actuate the switch, there's a slight ringing at the end of each keystroke. To me, this ringing sound is super annoying. It happens because of the metal base the board is built on. You can also hear it more definedly when I tap on the back of the board. Hopefully the mic I'm using picks it up. I'll leave some audio samples here for you guys to determine for yourself if this sound is annoying to you or not. You may not even notice the ringing, but in my experience, I certainly do. So, should you buy this keyboard? If the ringing sound doesn't bug you, then I say it's a great buy. This board is less than $50 on Amazon, has great build quality, and decent brown switch clones, at least from the perspective of someone new to mechanical keyboards. Well, this has been Tech Query. Hopefully you found this review helpful, and until the next video, I hope you all have a great one. Stay safe.